Hey guys, Legendary Grimlock here, and today we have Beerus versus Necromaza. Ultra Necromaza to be exact. Let's begin, and we're going to start off with Ultra Necromaza. Now, Ultra Necromaza is the concept of light itself here. It's able to bend and manipulate light in many, and I mean many different ways here. Necromaza has a plenty of abilities, such as psychic type abilities, energy absorption, can use Dragon Pulse, Hyper Beam, Dragon Claw. Alright, and actually has a very fondness for energy draining. Now, this energy draining ability can actually span across an infinite universe, which is Ultra Space. And also, it can drain its opponents itself, turning them into light or energy itself, and then absorbing them into it, gaining their abilities, as well as stacking them with its own abilities. This means that Necromaza could honestly just take control of whoever he wants, have their powers and abilities, and she would use her powers on top of yours. So imagine if she got a hold of somebody like, let's say Martian Manhunter. It absorbed him, right? So not only would she gain Martian Manhunter's powers and abilities, but she has her own on top of his, making her an unstoppable arsenal. However, she is able to expel her opponents, and then they're left drained. All right. Necromaza's feats include her not only being able to absorb all the light in ultra space, but with her being able to take on and pretty much decimate any Pokemon in the Alolan region, even being able to pretty much double tap Ultra Beasts. These Ultra Beasts would scale to Tapu Koko, who is around the same tier as characters like Zekrom and Reshiram. Now, Ultra Necromaza has also been able to fight Perfect Zygarde. Now, Perfect Zygarde is actually incredibly powerful and scales at least 100 times, should be 100 times stronger than its base form, which has been able to hold the Pokemon multiverse. And that's going to conclude Necromaza here, and we're going to move on to Beerus. The God of Destruction of Universe 7. Beerus the Destroyer is basically the most powerful entity in that verse still. So Beerus is incredibly strong, incredibly fast, and incredibly durable. And is superior to the likes of Mastered or at least Super Vegeta Blue or Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. He's been able to ragdoll both Goku and Vegeta in their strongest forms on multiple occasions here. And he's been able to defeat a lot of entities in his universe. He's been able to fight Champa so hard that they were destroying planets and stars around them. His clash with Goku was actually going to destroy the Macrocosm, which even include the Kaioshin realm as well. So, yeah, Beerus was just ridiculously strong. Even was able to solo his own Pantheon. Like, just casually soloed his own Pantheon and just casually ragdolled and wrecked them. So, in all honesty, there really was nothing you could do to stop Beerus. And not only that, he possesses a a plethora of varied hexes. For starters, he has the Sakai, which he can use in various forms, such as energy balls that can erase from existence, or he can simply just poke it and just erase it from existence. He can even just put his hand up and erase it from existence. He also possesses powerful energy blast, even being able to use them in AoE attacks, even forming small energy balls that are still capable of destroying planets, even using the Sphere of Destruction, his strongest move, which again is capable of blowing up planets. Beerus, however, in clash with other gods, has been stated to be able to destroy multiple universes, meaning that Beerus being the strongest of the gods of destruction and him playing was almost able to take out a good chunk of them. This means that this puts Beerus in a multiversal plus level category. So, without further ado, let's really get into this match, right? So we have Beerus versus an Ultra Necromaza here. And in all honesty, this is really it comes down to not only tier, but hexes and capabilities. Beerus himself is multiversal plus. There's no if and or buts about it. I do believe that Beerus is a multiversal plus entity. And in all honesty, he should be. He has the right to be. He's been able to not only solo his entirety of the God of Destructions, which include, casual universe busters, and they're all universe busters, by the way. But he was able to beat Goku and Vegeta, who pretty much surpassed the levels of Battle of Gods Goku, who was going to destroy not just his universe, but the Kai's realm as well. So obviously this will put them at Universal to Multiversal Plus, right? Goku even gets stronger than that during the series, even stacking power on top of power, even being able to fight against Jiren, who's been able to make the world of Void shake in his power. With his power. But then again, you have Pokemon that easily scale below Necromaza, doing Universal Plus level stuff. Lugia, Zekrom, Reshiram, all capable of fighting against the likes of Hoppa, Regigigas as well, being able to take down and take on beings such as, again, a pretty much complete Hoppa, who has been able to show that he's a multiversal plus entity himself. In all honesty, Hoppa versus Beerus could be a good fight if Hoppa had more feats. But again, Hoppa Unbounded is still incredibly powerful, being able to pretty much just beat Zekrom, Reshiram, and Regigigas, as well as being able to beat Lugia. Now, the thing about Ultra Necromaza is that it has a hacks that Beerus cannot resist, a hacks that Beerus cannot beat, and that would be its energy absorption. It could absorb the energy out of Beerus forcefully. And you might say, well, Beerus has, key nullification. That's not going to work against the literal vampire of light. Beerus is actually going to get his energy drained, and we don't know if he can actually resist this. That's the issue. You see, you might say, well, during the Moral arc, Moral has the ability to absorb. But yes, he does it through a technique very similar to that of Goku's Spirit Bomb. And in all honesty, we don't know if Beerus could actually resist Moral's energy manipulation or energy drain, or even his copy draining ability, because an angel couldn't. Now, sure, this was an angel in training, but again, does that put an angel in training below a God of Destruction? Or should they be on par with a God of Destruction? Questions to ask Toriyama, folks. Questions to ask Toriyama. But again, we have Pokemon that even unknowingly should be more powerful than a lot of entities in Dragon Ball. Mewtwo, the Origin Dragon. We have 50% Zygarde, which is able to hold the Pokemon multiverse. And these, again, universes are infinite in size. And the Pokemon multiverse is infinite, because each continuity or each game or anime adds to the lore of the Pokemon universe. So in all honesty, if we really think about it, with all the scaling that Pokemon has, these Pokemon, even the base or in regular ones, have some Universal Plus level feats. So in all honesty, they should be rivaling Goku and Vegeta. If you really think about it, these lesser legendaries and Mega Evolutions all have universal level feats. I mean, sure, you could say that's because they're, fighting against legendary Pokemon. But then again, they're also fighting against Ultra Beasts, who also fight against legendary Pokemon. So in all honesty, it's kind of like legendary Pokemon, even at these base level stakes, or at least these lesser ones like, Lugia, Zekrom, Reshiram, and Regigigas, and no disrespect to them calling them lesser Pokemon. But again, they're not in the upper echelons, or at least in the upper hierarchy of, the top 10 strongest Pokemon. In all honesty, beings like Darkrai and Deoxys, and even Solgaleo and Lunala, Yveltal, Xerneas, could all actually give a lot of Dragon Ball characters a run for their money when you actually put it on paper here. And the top 10 ones are the ones that actually have the multiversal plus to high outerversal levels of feats. It's actually quite interesting to think about, because you have these living embodiments of life and death, these very concepts, if you will. And then the speed gap between the two, with Lunala being able to cross thousands of light years and Necromaza easily being able to blitz and keep up with Lunala. So in all honesty, yeah, Ultra Necromaza here kind of stumps. Dang. It's actually pretty bad. But anyway, please comment down below, like and subscribe and share with your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.